Hi, it's Todd from Todd Cutler here, and it's one of my book reviews. And these are books that mean something to me, that are brilliant reference, or I've got really engaged with, or they just fascinate me for some other reason. And today we are talking about the first book of fashion by Rublak and Haywood, but it is all about Matthaus Schwarz of Augsburg. This one here, link in the notes. It is a book about fashion. And that is perhaps not what you'd expect from Todd Cutler channel, or Todd's Workshop channel, or actually, to be fair, Todd. But it is not about fashion. It really isn't. So, what it was is Matthaus Schwarz was born in 1497. In 1520, he got the job as a head accountant to a seriously rich merchant. And he bought himself some new clothes. And he was obviously a pretty vain chap. And so what he decided to do was he would have a painting painted of himself in his new clothes. Well, that's not that unusual a thing. But what he did do, as he painted... Oh, and he also painted... Sorry, I just saw this. He painted some of his imagined life when he was younger. But anyway, so what he does is he paints a painting like this one. And what it is not that important. But he also does a little diary entry here. And in that diary entry, it says something about what he's wearing and something about what he's been up to. And sometimes, occasionally, just sort of more human things about mistakes that he's made or things that he wants. What is fantastic about this book is we have, I think it's about 45 years worth of pictures. And year on year, he does it every year, I think it's on his birthday, he gets a picture painted. And he writes something about it. So this one, that picture I just showed you, I'll just randomly put it. In this manner, the gown with a border of silk satin, the doublet, silk satin, the hose with yellow taffeta. This is when I started to record my clothes. That was right at the beginning. But what's really fascinating from a weapons point of view, which is obviously what I'm interested in, is you look at the pictures and everything is deliberately done well. This is not some artist fantasy. The artist has painted the man that is in front of him wearing those objects. So yes, he paints the clothes, and yes, he paints Matthaus Schwarz, but he also paints the dagger and the sword or the armour that he's wearing. And so you have year after year after year, you can see the development of fashion, yes, but let's forget about that. Weapons. And it is really, really interesting. But there's a fantastic human side to it as well. And you get to see what this man was all about. But you also get to see little simple things, how the world doesn't change. So he's got a great picture here. I'm trying to find it. We'll post some up as we go. Where, oh, look at this one. Oh, that's brilliant. He's at a sword fighting lesson. And he's got a feather. So he's got a practice sword there. But again, you can see harnesses the whole way through, how that's done. So, in June 1518, when I wanted to learn fencing, the doublet was silk satin from Bruges, around 21 3/4 years old. Oh, beautiful. Nice bit of archery practice there. So again, lovely Landsknecht gear. So he's not Landsknecht, but he's definitely dolling himself up for it. But you get these lovely little human bits where there's a fantastic bit where he buys a new sled. And the diary entry for the sled, because obviously it's snowy where he is this is my new sled. 6 weeks after this picture was painted, I took it to the market to a wine shop and broke it while racing around the square into 17 pieces. And that's the diary entry for that year. But what I love about that is the translation into modern terms. Basically, he went out with his mates, he got slaughtered drunk, had a road race, crashed his car on the way home, trashed it. Nothing changes. Oh, here we are. Here we are. On the 12th of January, 1521, I broke the sleigh into pieces in Augsburg. Oh, I always drive in this manner. But brilliant. So you go through and it just continually charms you, engages you, interests you. And I'm just flicking through now. There's another one where he gets the job as a captain of the Night's Watch. And so, you know, he's by this point a slightly fat merchant. Oh, he also, there's a brilliant picture of him where he's naked and he's got his back turned to the painter. And he just said, "This is my body, aged 28. I am turning to fat," which is lovely. But there's a picture of him where he's all dolled up in his armour of the Night's Watch. So he's now probably about 50 odd. Captain of the Night's Watch, black armour, gothic as you like, with a massive pair of gold wings on either side of his sallet. So fabulous, so entertaining. And it's just a charm. It's an absolute charm, this book. And I haven't actually flicked through it for a couple of years. But, first book of fashion. If you've got an interest in Renaissance fashion, if you've got an interest in, arms and armour development, really, there's not much armour in this. If you are interested in Renaissance life and just day to day, it's not super detailed, it's all really short little notes. But it's just charming, fascinating book. Go forth and purchase. First book of fashion. But anyway, if you enjoyed this review, if you like this kind of thing, go check out my websites, toddsworkshop.com, toddcutler.com. And of course, we've got the other YouTube channel where I do sort of like bigger and more dramatic films, Todd's Workshop. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again.